Hello, this is Chrissy Carter of Global Positive News Network, and I have the privilege and the honor of introducing to you Tia Graham, founder and inspirationist, Chief Happiness Officer. Wow, what a great title. I absolutely love that. She is the first ever Los Angeles-based company with the mission of inspiring transformation through the science of happiness. Tia partners with organizations and individuals to increase their daily happiness and in turn, increase success in all areas of their lives. She has a certificate in happiness studies and a certificate in teaching happiness from Harvard's Tal Ben-Shahar and the Happiness Studies Academy. Tia is a worldwide educator, coach, and mentor. She also has a very successful podcast. I have the privilege of introducing to you Tia Graham. Hi, Tia. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. I'm excited to be talking with you again.
Good. I know. It's so awesome. So, Global Positive News Network audience, Tia interviewed me on her podcast about a month ago or so, and that was really a fun treat. I really enjoyed being on there. Thank you.
Of course.
So, Tia, I just love what you're doing. I mean, you and I are kind of doing similar things. We're here. We're focusing on happiness and positivity. My first question to you is why did you go down that path in the first place?
Well, I have always been a positive and optimistic person. Mm-hmm. I've had ups and downs, just like every other human being, challenging years and good years. But happiness has always been really important to me.
Nice.
And in my previous life, I led sales and marketing teams for hotels in a lot of different locations, have a travel background. And when I went back to work after having my second daughter, so I had a 2-year-old little girl and a baby girl, and I was really struggling with my own happiness. And it wasn't the first time that I was struggling with my own happiness, but it was the first time that I thought maybe this was my new normal. Oh. And for a positive, happy person, that was really, really terrifying. Oh. And I ended up hiring a coach. I'd always had this idea of creating my dream company, which is called Arrive at Happy. And I partnered with her to create this company. And that's what got me on the journey of studying positive psychology and neuroscience and coaching and happiness at work. It was really from my own experience struggling with happiness that led me on this path to create a happiness company.
Wow, that is amazing. So how long have you had Arrive at Happy?
I created it in 2017, so it's about 4 years.
Nice. Very, very good. Wow. I love watching your Instagram. It's just wonderful. You're so inspirational. I just absolutely love what you're doing. It's so fun.
Thank you.
So, Tia, okay, you kind of said it, but why did you start this business?
I started the business because for my own experience, right, I wanted to know proven ways to increase well-being. And I also saw all of the research and the lack of happiness within companies, within managers. I mean, over 65% of managers are not engaged at work. And you think about the ripple effect and what it does to the families, et cetera. Wow. And so as I was learning all of the information from Harvard and Yale and Stanford, and I went and studied in Europe, as I was learning all of this, I just felt like I can't keep this information to myself. I need to bring it to as many people as possible. And because I have a corporate background, it was very natural for me to start bringing it into different types of companies and industries and just really trying to reach as many people as possible.
Wow, that is phenomenal. I absolutely love your mission and your passion. That is so cool. I think that we can really change the world in a more positive way. I think that the world is evolving there, but I think a lot of the world, and this is just like just kind of my own take on things, is that we're doing it with physical products, with the environment, and that's awesome. But I think our mental is I can't say it's more important, but it's super important because this
is definitely as important, for sure.
Yeah, that is amazing, fabulous. So overall, what do you wish to accomplish?
My intention and my goal is to grow this company with people who can go out and spread the mission and spread my message. I have a woman who's actually looking to bring it to Japan next year, for an example. So that is really touching as many people as possible, and always bringing the latest research. Positive psychology as a discipline is growing tremendously. And so there's new research coming every year. And my intention is to really transform leaders, transform cultures of organizations so that people feel as happy while they're working as they do maybe Sunday morning with their family, because work can be a huge source of joy. I know your work brings you a lot of positivity. And so that is really my intention, is to bring it to many different destinations and cities and locations, and to reach as many companies and people as possible.
That is phenomenal. What a beautiful mission. I love that. That's so great. Oh my gosh. So Tia, what have you done in the last 6 months that's kind of made an impact in your community?
Oh, great question. Well, like many others, I have really had to pivot over the last 6 to 10 months. And going from, I'm a speaker, so normally I am with people in person. I go with executive teams and groups and, give talks. And now everything is over Zoom. And so what I've been doing is a combination of working with companies that get hired by corporations, and also doing pro bono work to charities and board of directors. So one example I gave, and I'm doing several of these, is I gave a talk and an interactive experience for the board of directors for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So part of my mission is, and I just did another one where I spoke to 350 fifth graders.
Oh my
goodness. Them about emotional well-being and mental health. And so that's really, in terms of my community, not so much a physical community because now it's virtual, but bringing happiness and my work to people who are doing such great good in the world is how I've been serving over the past 6 months.
Oh, fantastic. I love that. I love 350 fifth graders. That's amazing. That was all on Zoom?
Yes, it was all on Zoom. They had like a mental health day that it was for Ventura County, actually, in California.
Yeah, that was just recently, like a couple months ago or something. I think in October.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is so great.
Yeah.
It's the Zoom thing is kind of interesting because I think it's actually even, it's not three-dimensional, but it's a little bit more intimate, because I think you really learn to feel the heart and soul of the person, and there's no other distractions and that type of thing. So it's a little bit more focused, I felt.
Yes, I miss the in-person, but I actually really love the virtual too. And in the future, I think I'll do a combination of both.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Well, you've been speaking on stages, before the COVID thing hit. So can you talk a little about like some of the speeches that you've done and what stages you've been on?
Yes, sure. So a few, one recent was pre-COVID, was American Spa Magazine. They do an annual event called Women Leaders in Wellness. And for that one, the talk was happiness is your superpower. Wow. So I really, there were spa directors and all of these leaders within wellness. And so I was really teaching them, number one, how to increase their own personal well-being and their own happiness with proven strategies and tactics behind it. And also teaching them the relationship and the connection between happiness and success, and not just your career success or your financial success, but success in all areas of life, whether that be your health and wellness or your personal relationships, or, success to me is holistic. It's certainly not just about money or titles.
Right.
Another one that I've given on stages is I have a sales background. So I will give one that specifically for sales leaders and sales professionals on how to increase their own happiness, to have the motivation, inspiration, to keep at it every single day, and also how to increase the happiness of their customers, because that really will connect them and solidify their relationship. And as we know, people don't buy from companies, they buy from people. So those are a few recent ones.
That is so cool. I'm kind of thinking about the old world, the old thinking, how you had to just like work hard and pound your head against the wall and, like instill fear in people. That's kind of the old paradigm with
Yes.
business. And I think that we're really turning the corner now in the evolution of our human psyche.
Yes. Yeah.
And I really like being part of that movement.
Mhm.
And I just love that the fact that you can actually study happiness, and it's actually like a degree that you got.
Yes, I know. I don't think there's anything greater to study. And
Wow.
I believe, and this is also part of my, I will say dream is
Mhm,
I believe that knowing what makes us happy and how to increase our well-being
mhm.
is an extremely important topic and subject and should be studied
Yes.
in elementary school, in middle school, in high school. I mean,
Yep.
history and mathematics and all of these subjects,
Yep.
very important,
Yep.
but how to be well,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
also is as important. And there are some schools that are very focused on positive psychology, but they're
Mhm,
few and far between. It's growing, but there's
mhm,
still a long way to go. So
mhm.
whenever I could bring it to students, I'm always super
Wow.
excited because I wish I had known all of this when I was, 14.
Right.
I learned a lot of it in my late 30s.
Wow. Good for you, and I can't even say it's better late than never because you're not even late. You're just a kid.
Oh, thanks.
And oh my gosh, I mean, I kind of envy all of your people around you, your family, your friends, because you just radiate happiness and love and just goodness, and that is
Oh,
fabulous.
thank you so much. You just made my day.
So sweet. So, Tia, what things do you have coming in the near future?
So in the near future, I actually wrote my first book this year called The Happy
Congratulations.
Leader. Thank you.
Woohoo!
Thank you. So it will be published in the fall of 2021. I'm very excited. And with that, I will be building a online course experience. So this
Wow.
is for leaders in any type of organization, whether it's education or association or in companies, anyone
Mhm.
that's leading other people. It will be a wonderful, wonderful course for on how to be successful, thrive personally, but also, be successful in your organization. So I'm very excited about that. I'm building some longer term experiences for
Mhm,
companies that are 3 months, 6 months, 12 months long. So
mhm,
I'm
mhm.
looking forward to doing that as well. And my goal is to continue to speak to more groups within the adolescent range as well.
Mm.
I've done some, as I mentioned, but I definitely would like to do more of that. Oh, and I just launched my YouTube channel.
Yay!
So it launched last week. So every Friday there's a new video for personal
Awesome.
happiness and happiness at work and positive leadership.
Oh my
And
God.
so if you go to YouTube and put in Tia Graham Arrive at Happy, you can
Wow.
subscribe to the Happiness YouTube channel.
Fabulous. You are on fire. I love it. That is so fun. You're inspiring me so much. I just love what you're doing.
Well, you inspire me, so it's definitely mutual.
It's a good thing.
Yes, yes.
So Tia, what positive news do you want to share with our audience today?
Well, I would just like to share that there is so much to be hopeful for
Mhm,
in 2021 and moving forward, so much to be optimistic about, and that there are many wonderful things every single day happening in
mhm,
our families, with our friendships, in our communities, and in our world, whether it
mhm.
be with our environment, with things
Yeah.
that are happening, of course, with all of the progress, that we're making, anything from diversity inclusion. So many companies now are focusing more on diversity inclusion,
Yeah.
which is awesome, right?
Yeah.
Which is so great. And female leadership. I'm talking a lot to companies about their themes for next year. And a lot of it is about, you know, bringing all of these topics to the table and really committing to them.
Mhm,
So,
mhm,
yeah, for me, there's a lot. And uh, I will say the other positive news that I have felt, and that so many people in my social circle and professional circle are saying, is that they're so thankful for all of the additional
Mhm.
family connected time
Yes.
that
Yes.
2020
Good
has
point.
given us,
Yep.
the silver linings and reassessing
Mhm.
priorities and what's important. So
Mhm. Mhm.
a lot to be thankful for
Mhm.
and positive as we look
And that
forward.
is positive. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, there's kind of a silver lining, like you're saying with the COVID thing, is that people aren't running around as crazy as they used to.
Slowing
You know?
down,
And I
slowing
think we're
down.
kind of
Yeah.
like pulling more inside, which is, I think I was going to ask you this earlier, which leads to positivity and happiness by praying more or meditating more and just being a little bit more not as amped up. You know what I mean? Just going within.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. One of the topics that I teach is mindfulness and presence. And also, kind of what you were alluding to is this idea of single tasking. We're always doing all of these, we're busy. Everyone is just so busy.
right. Mhm.
And just put away the phones, set
Yeah.
down the technology. And
Yeah.
when you're with your children, you're playing with your kids, or if you're
Yeah.
reading a book, just be reading a book. If
Yep.
you're going for a walk, don't bring your device with you. Just
Right.
go for a walk, and just focus on one activity at a time and really appreciate that activity.
Exactly. I love that. That's fabulous. Going for a walk with like people listening to iPod or, well, you have a podcast, so I don't want to put that down while people
Yeah,
are
but no,
walking,
that's okay. But yeah, just hearing the nature
but
sound.
just hearing nature is so important. And, hearing if there's a car behind you or something, just basic stuff. So I just want people to stay safe and listen to nature while you're walking.
Absolutely. You'll get double benefit, the movement plus, yeah,
Yes.
nature. I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Tia, I want to thank you so much for being here on this interview. It's just been an absolute pleasure. And I want to urge my audience here at Global Positive News Network to check out your podcast. And what's the name of your podcast?
The podcast is called Arrive at Happy Leaders, and you can go find all of the episodes, including your great conversation, on arriveathappy.com.
Perfect, perfect. And also you have your YouTube channel that you just launched. You have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's just wonderful. And I also saw on your Instagram that you have a membership for
Yes.
happy working moms.
Yes. So that is newly launched. Thank you
Cool.
for bringing that up. So
Mhm.
for any working moms that are interested, I have a membership where
Wow.
twice a month I go live and I teach different topics
Wow.
on how to increase happiness and be a positive parent.
Wow.
And there are additional resources as well. So if anyone's interested in learning more about that, that's on the website as well.
I love it. Oh, wow. Thank you, Tia. It's been a pleasure. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day and a very positive and happy future, which I'm sure you're going to get.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I want to honor all of the work that you do, and I hope to stay connected, and I know we'll continue to support each other.
We definitely will. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.